Okay, so we have an issue. I have a meeting tomorrow night, but I can possibly take my wife and kids back to be with her parents and family tonight. But I think she feels guilty leaving my side. So I'm trying to come up with a story that I could tell her that would make her feel willing to go tonight so that she can spend more time with her family and not feel guilty about leaving my side. I want to give you kind of what I've come up with and see what you think, okay? Now, if you're not mechanically inclined, that's okay. You can still pay attention. Ready? So here's the story. So, darling, here's the situation. While driving today, I began noticing signs that the master shock, the single most important and spiritually sensitive suspension component on the entire van, is beginning to weaken. At first, I ignored it, but then, somewhere between the third bump and the camper sway, a small Missouri highway leprechaun appeared to me near the shoulder of the road. He was wearing a reflective safety vest and holding what appeared to be a 10-millimeter socket. He looked at me very seriously and said, "Son, it's fixable, but ye must not tow thy entire family and camper together tonight upon the weakened master shock." Then he vanished into a Buckeyes parking lot. At that point, I knew this was no ordinary mechanical issue. So technically, yes, the van, it still drives, but the master shock is what stands between civilized highway travel and what mechanics refer to as the weebly wobbly danger float. So once you combine 4 children, a wife, luggage, camper tongue weight, Missouri roads, crosswinds, and late night driving, the master shock begins carrying emotional burdens it was never designed to handle. So I also consulted an elderly Appalachian mechanic named Earl, who emerged mysteriously from behind a gas station ice machine. He squinted at the camper, spit on the pavement, tapped the van twice with a crescent wrench, and quietly whispered, "She'll make it, but not happily." Those words have stayed with me. The concern is not immediate explosion. The concern is that the camper starts negotiating independently with gravity and the van begins doing interpretive dance movements at highway speeds. And if the master shock fully loses morale tonight, we could experience excessive bouncing, side sway, emotional instability, low-frequency wobbling events, or full pioneer wagon simulation mode. Therefore, after deep reflection and guidance from roadside folklore creatures and mountain mechanics, I believe the wisest course of action is to, number 1, transport my precious cargo, you, my wife, and children, safely to your parents tonight. Allow the master shock time for emotional recovery. And then number 3, return tomorrow with a lighter load and retrieve the camper separately before the suspension enters its final character arc. The leprechaun said it was the only way. Let me know if you think that she'll accept this as wisdom. Thanks.